Hello, welcome back to another video. Anime Dion here. We are doing What If Naruto Had Miloir Part 5. But before we get into the video, I want to thank you guys so much. We finally reached 700 subscribers, and we're even closer to our goal of 1,000. And I really appreciate you guys so much. I came back and you guys gave me even more subscribers, and I really appreciate it. I'm getting more comments and stuff like that. And I really want to do the what if you guys are commenting, and I will make sure to do so. So yeah, next video, it will not be a Naruto what if. It will not be this what if. It will be a new what if. And I'll get more into that video, more into that what if in the next video. And I really want to thank you guys so much, and I really appreciate it so much. We reached 700 subs, which I think is crazy. I'm really developing my YouTube channel is developing really fast, and I really appreciate it. So we are finally gonna get to what could I say? We're finally getting closer to 1,000, and I appreciate you guys so much. So yeah, thank you. So now let's get into the video. We last left off where Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura are just about to go and start the Chunin exams. So we first walk in there, and the first person to greet us is Rock Lee. Nobody else around. We didn't walk in the building yet, but we're right outside. Seems that inside the building we are going to have a written test. Rock Lee says. He says we're gonna be having a written test in there, but it doesn't start for another 10 minutes. So out here I'm really just doing some push-ups and sit-ups. Naruto says, I'll join you, Rock Lee. Rock Lee says, wait. You're the famous Sasuke Uchiha. I've heard of you. I heard that you were really strong. Fight me in a battle. Sasuke, he gets all cocky. He says, I guess I'll take this dub. Because, he had the Sharingan, so he thinks he's all good now. Rock Lee was like, yes, I am prepared to battle you. Naruto looks at Sasuke, and he can tell that Sasuke's, guard isn't really all the way up, and he smiles and he turns away. He says, oh, Sasuke, today's just not your day, huh? Sasuke gets in his fighting position, and so does Rock Lee. Naruto says, hey, I'll save him to start. Good luck, Sasuke. Naruto says. Sasuke says, good luck. In his head, he's like, he's wishing me good luck? Shouldn't he be wishing his friend? And then start. Boom! Right when it starts, Rock Lee is kicked right in the face. Not kicked in the face. Rock Lee kicks Sasuke right in the face. And Sasuke takes a big giant blow. Once he takes that kick, Rock Lee uses his speed to get right to the other side of Sasuke, where he's headed to because of that giant kick, kicking Sasuke up in the air. He kicks Sasuke up in the air, and Sasuke tries to read his movements with his Sharingan, but it's just Rock Lee movements are so fast and different than usual that he's just taking down Rock Lee's just taking down Sasuke with ease, ending up with Rock Lee hitting him with a barrage pretty much all the way to the ground, ending the battle between Sasuke and Rock Lee. Fight ends and Naruto says stop. Naruto looks at Sasuke and says, he doesn't say nothing. He just nods. He just shakes his head. He says, shouldn't have let your guard down. Besides, there was no way of you winning against Rock Lee. That's why I wished you good luck. I'm sure you were thinking of that. Sasuke gets pissed off, and he just gets up without speaking a word. Sakura goes over to him and says, are you okay? Are you okay, Sasuke? Sakura looks at Rock Lee and says, hey, Rock Lee, you could have gone easy on him. He's really hurt. Besides, we're about to be in the Chunin exams in about 8 minutes now. Rock Lee says, hey, it was a fight. Besides, if I really wanted to kill him, I could have. Yeah, Rock Lee's a little even more straightforward in this one, so yeah. In this what if, so yeah. Naruto then looks at Rock Lee and says, okay, how about this, Rock Lee? Me and you spar. See who wins out of that. Rock Lee's like, spar between my best friends. Naruto says, yeah, how about it? Let's do this. Start, says Sakura. Naruto jumps up in the air and throws Miloir at Rock Lee. Rock Lee smiles and catches Miloir in his hand, jumping up to smack Naruto with a hammer. Rock Lee says, remember, Naruto? I can carry the hammer as well. he throws it to Naruto, and it makes it come back to him. It hits Naruto in his stomach, causing Naruto to fall to the ground. But as Rock Lee's ready for a final blow, Naruto rolls over and kicks Rock Lee in the back of his head. Rock Lee and Naruto, they both get back in their fighting position, and Rock Lee places the hammer to the ground. Rock Lee says, how about let's make this a taijutsu battle? Taijutsu versus taijutsu. Naruto says, nope, I give up. There's no point in going on from there. We all know who's better at taijutsu. Just by a tad bit, says Naruto. Rock Lee's like, whatever. Whew. So, I guess I'd say I'm stronger. Am I right, says Rock Lee? Naruto's like, only a little bit, okay? If you weren't able to lift this hammer, I would be able to defeat you with ease, says Rock Lee. Says Naruto. And just letting you guys know, Rock Lee's a bit strong in this one. A lot stronger because, Naruto growing up was like his rival, even more rivaling than Neji. Growing up, Naruto beat Neji up one time. Yes, Naruto beat Neji up growing up, you know what I'm saying? Because Neji pissed him off for being all messed up to Rock Lee and him. So, Naruto beat the crap out of Neji with his, extra super strength and speed. So, yeah. Rock Lee, that pushed him to become even stronger. Yes, even stronger. Causing Naruto, Rock Lee to be one of the highest getting there. Rock Lee by now is probably Jonin level, not high Jonin. Rock Lee and Naruto, they're both Jonin level, low Jonin, or you could say high Chunin. Yeah, high Chunin level. They're high Chunin level. They should be Chunin already. Pretty much, even if there's something going wrong in the Chunin exams, they both will be acknowledged to be stronger. Well, probably not Naruto because, the Hokage doesn't like Naruto. But the Hokage does acknowledge Rock Lee a bit because, Guy, yeah, and stuff like that. And, he knows the strength of Rock Lee. But, of course, it probably won't be going as good for Naruto. So, now, exam, and then Rock Lee shades, oh, wait, look at the time. Exam's about to start. He runs in there, and Naruto says, race you there, but it seems the door's right there, so they just make it inside. They get inside of the examination place, with their teams. Team 7, and, Rock Lee goes with his team. I think their team was Team 9, was it? Or was it, Team 8? I think it was one of them. Neji, Rock Lee, and Tintin, and Neji, Rock Lee, and Tintin, and Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, they each go in there without their Jonin. Anyway, and without their Jonin leader, of course. They make it in there, and they all sit down next to each other. Well, actually not next to each other. They just sit in their own seats. Sakura sits behind Naruto, and Sasuke sits around, in front of Naruto. In front of Naruto, which is below him. So, yeah. Naruto seems to be sitting next to Hinata. He looks at Hinata, and they stare each other in the eye, and Naruto seems to look away. Naruto feels a bit guilty to Hinata because he did beat up her cousin, and she was right there just to watch him not vulgarly, it wasn't super, well, it was really bad, to beat up his cousin, and that he thinks that, probably ruined their relationship a bit. Naruto always thought Hinata was pretty cool and calm because, she was nice. But, what I'm saying, he did beat up her cousin in front of him. And they seem to never really speak after that. Well, they never really did before that. But, she was always nice to everybody. So, Naruto really appreciated her. And besides, Naruto didn't have really any relationships between any of the kids at the academy because, first of all, they, Naruto didn't know much of them at all. Because, he couldn't go to the academy. Naruto couldn't go to the academy as a kid. You know what I'm saying? So, but usually he'd just wait outside the academy just to see Rock Lee or something like that. Rock Lee was pretty much his only fan growing up. Shikamaru and Choji, they were cool with him. But that's about it. So now, let's get into it. Naruto sees a lot of people that, his age in the room. He sees Neji, all of them. Neji gives him a death stare. Naruto looks at him and smiles and looks back. Also looking at Hinata. Hinata doesn't seem sad at Naruto or scared or mad or whatever. She's actually pretty happy to see him. She doesn't seem happy, but she seems pretty fine. So, then the Jonin instructor comes in. He says, okay, first test of the Chunin exams is a written test. You have to get through this test with a passing grade. well, you have to get through this test, and if you get through this test, your team, you pretty much win. The secret of the exam is pretty much staying there. They don't know because they don't explain that. Pretty much, they just tell them that you need to pass in order to, pass the exam. Yada yada yada. But the truth to the exam is, if you're caught cheating, you lose. And if one of your team members quit, your whole team loses. Pretty much. So yeah, if one of you lose, your whole team loses, and that's the worst part of the exam, in my opinion. But it's cool how the twist is. So we skip to about halfway through the written test. Everybody seems to be doing fine. And, of course, some kids were caught cheating. Nobody really matters to nobody, and Team 7 was caught, nada. And Naruto at the beginning was kind of struck with, was kind of, stuck on the test. But eventually, Hinata sees that, and she helps him out. Just like in the original, Sasuke uses his Sharingan to observe the movements of Ino in front of him to, how can I say, copy her movements, because obviously she was writing on paper. Used, mind transfer jutsu to see the test answers through somebody else, and so and so. Sakura, she's just smart. Naruto copies off of, what can I say? Naruto copies off of Hinata because Hinata lets him. And, the rest of the test just goes on how it is. So, we skip to the end, and just like in the original, the people who passed, and the people who failed. And they go into the next phase. Of course, the second phase of the shooting exam is the forest. They get in there, and, I forgot her name. The one lady that was, who used to work with Orochimaru is there. Orochimaru's old, student, you could say. Yeah, she's over there, and, she's just observing. And this one, Naruto's not being too loud and obnoxious, so she's not really over there to go and bug him. As you can see in the original. Orochimaru, just letting you guys know, this one is not going to include Orochimaru in the whole shooting exam. It's going to be a little bit different. Naruto has his hammer, he's just holding his hammer like usual. He walks up to Hinata, and Naruto's, he's taller, you know what I'm saying? He's taller, cooler looking, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, he goes up to Hinata, and he bows down to her. He says, "Thank you, Hinata, for helping me out back there." He smiles, and she does too. She says, oh, as she gets nervous and blushes. She says, "Oh, no problem, it's okay. Naruto's like, "I know, but I really appreciate it." And then he walks away. He goes back to with Sasuke and Sakura, and he pulls them over. He says, "So, I think I know a bit about this." Naruto says, "I overheard my father and mother talking about it when, a few weeks back." Naruto says, and Sasuke says, "So, what did you hear?" So, Naruto says, "I heard basically it's a forest, right? Where there's loads of giant creatures and such and such. There's loads of dangerous creatures and So basically, we just have to get through, and we have to grab a heaven scroll or an earth scroll. It depends on the one we have first. Say if we start with an earth scroll, we have to obtain a heaven scroll. And if we start with a heaven scroll, we have to obtain the earth scroll. Now, here's the kick," says Naruto. "Never open it. Because if we do, a Jonin's gonna pop out and beat us up. Or a Chunin," says Naruto. Sasuke looks at Naruto, and Sakura says, "Good info, Naruto. I was thinking, we have to get through this easy. I was thinking the first person we go after, would be that dude over there. And it seems to be, a ninja from the Hidden Rain, the one in the original who made all those clones, yada, yada, yada." Naruto says, "Nah, I think we should just go through with it, because planning isn't really much of a good thing in a forest," says Naruto. "They're going to start to put us in separately so we can all find our places to go. So yeah, let's just hope for the best," says Naruto. Okay, gate opens. Time for Team 7 to enter. Naruto says, hold on, grab on," says Naruto. Grabs his hammer, and he jumps up in the air as high as possible. He teleports, not really teleports. He pretty much moves super fast, almost near the speed of lightning, and ends up in a spot. He says, "This will be your spot. We'll start camping out, and we have, I think, 2 days," says Naruto. Was it like 2 days? I think in the original it was 2 days. I'll just say it was 2 days, or whatever. Naruto says, "We have 2 days to clear the forest and get what we need," says Naruto. After that, And after that, if we don't pass, we lose. And we might end up staying here till our deaths. Just letting you know, people die in these forests, Naruto. They pretty much are in a spot, like, kind of cave-like, but, like, the tree, it's like a tree, and there's, like, a giant hole in the tree that you could walk into. So, yeah, that's where they're pretty much staying in. So, yeah. Naruto, Sakura, Sasuke, they pretty much bet on who has to go out and look for somebody. But Naruto bids that they should all go together. But, Sasuke disagrees and says Naruto should go this way, and Sakura and Sasuke could go that way. And that works out because, because Sasuke does agree with Naruto, and, he doesn't, Sasuke does agree that Naruto's stronger than him, a lot stronger, but so that he thinks Naruto would be fine going on his own. And, it's not a good thing to be stubborn during exams as important as the Chunin exams, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, they end up separating, and, they all choose back to meet up at this rightful spot, you know what I'm saying? They all choose to meet up at this spot. Oh, and just so you guys know, no, Naruto does not have the Nine Tails, if you guys don't remember. So, now let's get back into it. Naruto ends up going this way, and he sees he sees Rock Lee's team. He steps in and asks if they have the Heaven Scroll. Rock Lee just states easily, she brings out the Earth Scroll. He says, nah, we have Earth also. Guess we can't really do much, says Naruto. Says Rock Lee. Naruto's like, damn, this sucks. Well, Rock Lee, whoever makes it to the ending first wins. Loser has to complete 7,000 push-ups in 20 seconds. Man, Rock Lee says, bet. They shake hands. Naruto jumps away, finding his next target. So, Naruto eventually finds him random with the Heaven Scroll and takes them out with ease. He grabs the Heaven Scroll and meets back up at the spot. As they meet up at the spot, Sasuke and Sakura seem to be there, and they also have a Heaven Scroll. Naruto says, I grabbed one. You have one too? I have a plan. Naruto basically, he just throws the Heaven Scroll high up in the air, knowing that Rock Lee, Neji's team, will notice it because of Neji's, Byakugan. So, Naruto, once he throws it up in the air, says, Sasuke, Sakura, we gotta move fast, or I have to do 7,000 push-ups in 20 seconds. They said, what? Naruto grabs Sasuke and Sakura and moves as fast as he can to the finish line. And right as we meet there, Rock Lee's already there, he looks at Naruto, he says, hey, Naruto, I know you threw that up in the air. And I still beat you. What a chump you are. I want those 7,000 push-ups now, says Rock Lee. Naruto's like, whatever. And, he grabs his hammer and points it up in the air, grabbing as much landing as possible, and does 7,000 push-ups in about 16 seconds time. He says, well, are we done? Yeah, I'm done. Well, he yells, I'm done, Rock Lee. You good? Rock Lee's like, yeah, that's what I like to see. And they just end up laughing. So, after that, the second phase of the Chunin exam ends. And you guys may be saying, oh, shouldn't Gaara, yeah. Gaara and them, they are in this arc, but they're not evil. Well, Gaara still is, untrustworthy people, yada, 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 you know what I'm saying? But, they're not evil, and they're not here to turn against the Leaf like in the original. So, yeah. And, of course, Gaara and them did make it first, eventually. So, now it's time for the third phase. In the third phase, of course, they put the winners of the second phase, to fight against each other. Naruto says, this might be his time to defeat Rock Lee in battle, or anybody there. Naruto pretty much has his sights set on winning, completing the Chunin exam, because Naruto plans on he needs to upright his father, show his father that he's strong, show his father that he could be something, even without chakra. My bad. So, yeah. The third phase starts, and just like in the original fights, the scene go on, just like normally. But Naruto's fight seems to be a bit different. Naruto versus Kankado. says the speaker. So it will be what's it called? So instead of Choji versus Kankado, it'll be Choji versus Kiba. So yeah, that fight, Choji versus Kiba fight, ends up going to a win to Choji. Yes, a win to Choji. I'm sorry, but I like Choji a lot more than Kiba. Just my opinion, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. Just like in the original, Hinata does lose to Neji, and so on. But even though Hinata lost, Naruto actually came to the aid in this one. And then, Naruto asked Sakura for any healing tips or anything he can use to help Hinata out. And, of course, Sakura gave him those things. So, building up the bond between Naruto and Hinata more at the end of the fight left Hinata pretty happy and Naruto not feeling so bad. So, yeah. But, now let's get into the fight between Naruto versus Kankado. The fight begins, and of course, just like in the original, it seems Kankado goes for attack straight at Naruto. The attack lands some hit, but of course, Naruto lands devastating blow to the chest of Kankado, you could say. But it seems that Kankado blows up. It seems that the real Kankado is somewhere else, and it seems that the Kankado Naruto just punched was actually a puppet. Naruto Gurenji says a puppet user. Ugh, I hate these guys. My strength is pretty much useless against them as they're puppets. I mean, these puppets don't seem so strong, so I think I might be able to defeat him. There's only one more place it could be, and it's in those wraps, Naruto says, and he raises his hammer up and throws it at him. Boom! And you could tell, you could hear it, that it's a real person. Kankado jumps up and he says, "God, did that hurt my back?" says Kankado. Naruto's like, "Yep, it's the real one." He jumps forward and kicks him in his face and swings his hammer to the right, swings his hammer like with his right hand to the side of Kankado's face, blasting Kankado to the wall. Gaara sees this and Naruto looks up and he says, "There's something wrong with that boy. It's like there's a demon in him." No, there's just more than one. There's just more than one thing in there. One is him and there's something else, says Naruto. And, Gaara looks a little mad, you know what I'm saying? Because, Naruto just beat up his brother. Even though Gaara doesn't really seem to care for his brother, it's not usual for Kankado to be defeated so easily. Naruto then, seeing that he won, jumps up to the rail where Gaara is, It's so swift and fast that he's literally, it took him in a snap. He's on the rail. He stares at, Gaara in the eye. Oh, just so you guys know, Naruto's fit is different also, His fit is just similar to Sasuke's, the second Sasuke's fit, with the black and then, the sleeves. It's similar to that. But now let's get back into it. No, he does not wear no cape. He goes right there staring Gaara and dead in his eye, and Gaara seems to have caught him the whole time. Seeming that Gaara can, see Naruto when he's moving at his top speed. Naruto looks at Gaara in the eye and they stare at each other in the eye for a bit. Naruto says, "You're a tough one, huh? But you aren't strong against who might be going against you, I say. Who I hope goes against you," Naruto says. "You will lose." Naruto smiles and he makes it back to his spot. Kakashi smacks Naruto. He says, "Hey, don't make a scene like that again, you idiot." Naruto's like, "Whatever. I just wanted to check something out." Naruto then looks at Kakashi and says, "There's something wrong with that boy. It's like there's something inside him, similar to my mother." Kakashi's like, "Oh, the one-tailed Jinchuriki. You can sense it without chakra." Naruto's like, "I just can sense beings, I guess." Because, he's a god. But, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. And, and he looks at Kakashi, and Kakashi's like, they just look at each other, he says, and then Kakashi thinks, "You think Naruto's gonna go against him? I mean, Rock Lee's gonna go against him, huh?" Kakashi says. Naruto says, "I know, they can't put no weakling against Rock Lee at that." Final battle comes, and Naruto says, like I said, Rock Lee versus Gaara. They make it to the middle, and just as fast as Naruto, maybe even a bit faster, Naruto makes it. Gaara makes it. Rock Lee makes it to his spot. Gaara takes his time to go downstairs, so Rock Lee has time to stretch. Rock Lee looks at Gaara and says, "There seems to be something wrong with you, but I'm not here to lose. You may be a little strong, I can tell, but you won't be beating me today," says Rock Lee. Gaara says, "Whatever you say, you won't even be able to penetrate my skin," says Gaara. Rock Lee laughs. He says, "Sure I can't." Start! Boom! A kick straight from Rock Lee, just like always. His first attack's always so fast. The move was so fast that not even Gaara's sand could detect it. Yes, not even Gaara's sand can detect it. But Rock Lee's first attack is always faster than the rest. He then goes for another kick, but is blocked by the stand. Rock Lee says, "So I have to move faster to defeat this guy. I'll try." He's kicking and punching and kicking and punching, but it doesn't seem to work against Gaara. So what Rock Lee does is he looks at Guy and Naruto and says, "Hey, you guys, I'm dropping my weights." Guy's like, "Do it, Lee. Perfectly fine. I do not care." Guy smiles. Naruto's like, Since when did Guy get so nice to Rock Lee about his weights?" Whatever," says Naruto. Naruto then screams. He says, "Hey, can I take off my weights?" Guy's like, "Heck no. You better keep them on." Naruto's like, "Oh, whatever." Rock Lee takes off his mates while Tamari and Gaara just watch. Gaara watches in disgust while, Tamari he thinks in his mind, he's like, 10-pound weights won't be able to do such a thing to Gaara. It won't make much of a difference. Boom! He drops those weights and it hits the ground, making a humongous explosion. The explosion shakes the ground. Seems those weights weighed thousands. Those weights weighed thousands. Tamari is shocked. Everybody in the stadium is shocked. Everyone but Guy and Naruto. Kakashi's like, "Guy, you are too much." Kakashi then looks at Naruto and says, "Are you wearing those weights too, Naruto?" Naruto's like, "Yep, right here. I can't take them off, though, or Guy will get mad." Kakashi's like, "Oh, no, he is too much." Naruto says, "I do have extras at home, so if you guys want to wear them," he turns to Sasuke and Sakura. "You guys can if you want. They only weigh about a few thousand pounds," says Naruto. Sasuke's like, "I'll pass." Sakura says, "I don't know. Maybe I'll try him." Because, Sakura still is trying to get stronger so she can, catch up to Naruto and Sasuke as much as she can. She's been wanting to get stronger ever since she trained with Rock Lee and Guy. So, yeah. Now, we get back to the fight. He takes off his weights and he jumps back into action, able to land multiple hits on Rock Lee, causing Rock Lee to even bleed, causing Rock Lee to scream, "It's my blood!" Just like in the original, but it is a bit earlier on than, in the original, you could say. "It's my blood! Ah!" Gaara screams. Rock Lee says, "Yep, and I guess this might be your first time being knocked out, huh?" Boom! Rock Lee hits and kicks Gaara so hard in his face that Gaara and the tailed beast inside him goes to sleep, giving Gaara, Rock Lee his first, taste of sleep. You know what I'm saying? Because he never really was ever able to sleep in his life when he got Shukaku. We all know this. So yeah, now let's get back into it. The fight ending with Rock Lee's win. And on that note, we are going to end off the video. So yeah, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you'll be updated on my daily uploads. Link down in the description for Mark Spade, who made my thumbnail, banner, and mini thumbnails before. And yeah, peace out.